I feel like men have it a little too easy when it comes to relationships, and
Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Go ahead.
I feel like they have it a little too easy when it comes to relationships in general, and I think that they're not expected of much in this day and age, but we are expected to respect them like they did back in the 60s and the 40s and all that stuff. But they're not paying my rent. They're not taking, if they want me to be a housewife like they used to be, then you better pay my rent, take care of me, do everything for me. So I think that it's just very correct.
So your current ting that you have, does he expect you to fulfill that?
Oh my gosh. In some ways, yeah. He definitely respects me, and there's been a lot of growth throughout our relationship. But at the same time, I'm somebody that takes care of people. So I automatically kind of put myself in that position just out of my like nurturing tendencies. Basically, I had a lot of younger siblings that I took care of. So I kind of take on, weirdly enough, a mothering role, which could be kind of a red flag. But I'm learning to not be that way. And throughout me treating him like that throughout our relationship, it's taught him to treat me like I should be expected of those things. If that makes sense.
Let me ask, so are you saying that sorry, I'm just reading Mike Davis's super chat here. Are you saying that he expects you to be a traditional woman, but he's not a traditional man?
I think not him in general, but men in general expect that. So it's just society.
So I actually think it's the reverse.
Do you?
I think it's the reverse. It's women are modern women, but they want men to conform to their traditional gender roles.
In what ways?
Protect, provide, buy me a drink, initiate romantically. And when I say initiate romantically, I mean it's most men's experience that when it comes to the dating marketplace, they have to adhere to their traditional role in terms of setting up the date, planning the date, asking the girl out, carrying the conversation, initiating the conversation, approaching, paying for the date, moving things forward sexually. Before even that, escalating physically, going for the kiss. All that stuff still falls on men, generally speaking.
I think it's come a long way. I do.
Yeah,
I think I disagree. I do. Because my relationship, we've split everything 50-50 since we've been together, and a lot of my friends have also done the same thing in their relationships. Like rent, I pay for my own things. We do stuff for each other. It's 50-50, 100%.
There's a lot of people that do 50-50.
Yeah, and I think
the USA people.
Yeah.
This is not South America or like any other
Hey,
continent.
let's not talk shit on South America here.
We love Brazil.
I'm just saying culturally
Brazil.
people pay like your way. It's very individualistic culture.
Pay your way. I mean like
you pay for your stuff, I pay for mine. That's
on the first date?
yeah, absolutely.
Nah, I mean like girls still being expecting the guy to pay. Not all women for sure. But a lot of women are going to feel a certain type of way if you do not pay.
Well, if you're not giving up the poon, you definitely don't want to do that because there's an expectation for that. So imagine being on the female side of that, where you're like, oh man, I better not let him buy me dinner because God forbid he buys me dinner, he's going to want some poon later.
True. That's true.
Oh, we're just being real here. It's a talk show. Come on.
Well, we'll go around the table really quick. Who should pay on a first date?
The person who asked. Sorry.
I agree. That's a good response. I wouldn't have.
You're leading that.
Who should pay on the first date?
I feel like, okay, so I agree with her, but the thing is, I'm not gonna like ask you on a date. So, so that's like what's happening. But after the first date, I feel like, I don't know, like at my age, everyone is like going to college. We all like know the situation. We all gonna be like, I understand you. Like, let's just half and half. Like, I pay mine, you pay yours. We have each other's company. That's all that matters.
Yeah. I mean, not gonna lie, I feel like there is kind of an expectation that like guys will pay on the first date, and like if a guy offers, I'm not going to argue with that. I'll go with it because I feel like it's respectful. Like on the first date, it's kind of like his way of showing like I want you and like I want to impress you. But I feel like it also depends on the date. And like if he were to pay on the first date, I would want to pay on the next date and like make sure that it evens out. But like I wouldn't be mad if he offered to pay on the first date.
Okay.
Thoughts?
So, Josh, you were shaking your head. Why don't you come in really quick before I give my take?
So I didn't think about that, about like whoever asked. No one's ever asked me, but like I'm just saying, like, just every time I've been on a date, I've always paid, because it's weird. I don't want to be like expecting like a girl to just like pay for my stuff.
I feel like it's
just
what society has put on.
Yeah,
to
so
men.
just I think it's just weird. Like I couldn't like, I would just feel weird if like a girl paid for my stuff. I'm like, or our stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, the whole who said whoever asks, was it you?
Yeah.
Kind of a few of you.
Yeah.
I mean, so the whole whoever asks thing ignores the fact that in 99% of instances, maybe it's a bit lower, let's say 95% of instances, men ask. So your answer to that question may as well be men should pay. If your answer is whoever asks, you might as well just say men, because men are overwhelmingly the ones that are going to initiate.
I think it also depends on the culture and where you are, because girls here are bold.
Yeah.
They will walk right up to your man in front of you
Agreed. 100%
and ask your man on a date. Like, people here are kind of crazy. and it's totally environmental and age.
Yes.
It's also age. Like, if you're an adult and you meet somebody at work or something, it's probably could be the man that I don't know. It depends on where you are and what the situation is. And like here, I would say girls ask guys out a lot.
Absolutely.
A
I
lot?
don't know if-
Nah,
yes.
that's... Girls really aren't asking guys out like
I've
that.
seen it with
They
my
really
own
aren't.
eyes.
You've seen it.
Yes.
You've seen it once.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like it
You've
really
seen
depends.
it once,
It's
maybe.
yeah. It's not always, but I see it often. More often than you probably think is what I mean. It's like it's happening.
Oh,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
sure it happens, but it's so exceedingly rare that it's, in terms of whoever asks, she doesn't agree, but whoever,
Wow.
it's so evident that men are overwhelmingly the initiators.
Yeah.
In what century, my dear?
In 2022,
Are you sure?
men are
you
overwhelmingly
sure?
initiators. I am
I
super
understand.
sure.
Where is this happening for you? Your experience?
All across the United States, even in a super liberal place like Santa Barbara.